Hey everyone, I'm Scott. We've talked a lot over this semester, basically every week, and this is my favorite assignment of all the classes that I've taken when I was going to Caldwell Community College in Western Piedmont so that I could get my associate before I transferred to Western Carolina. This is my favorite assignment out of all of them because we are putting faces to all of the dialogue that we've had, and I think that's really important. I mean, if you think about it, we talk on the internet to people all the time, even on your phone, every time you message somebody or something like that, you're talking behind a device. So you lose the idea that you're talking to a person sometimes. And I think that's why, you see people getting flamed online on forums and getting bullied and stuff like that. So it's really great to be able to, put that face to all of the text that we've shared for all intents and purposes. And it shows that we can communicate. One of my favorite books, and I would recommend everyone reading this just because it helped me so much, is called The Natural Speaker by Randy Fujishin. You really get the idea of what a message is and how you can convey that as a sender to the receiver, and different ways that, like me talking now, will have a different effect than if I was just typing it. So this is definitely my favorite assignment. Two of the classmates that I really enjoyed reading responses from. The first was Patrick Holt. Um, Part of that is because we both have made it clear that we're Christian, and I always enjoy viewing the different viewpoints of other Christians because I don't feel that we need to be stuffed inside of a box. Uh, and even if you're not Christian, I that idea that you have to conform to some normality. Maybe it's the rebel in me, but I don't think that people should be stuffed in boxes, and I do think that we should be able to at least express verbally or something like that how we feel. So that's really important. But I enjoyed all of your responses, Patrick. I read every single one of them. It was, not gonna lie, it was like the first response I read out of every student. Um, so a little bias there, but not necessarily. I don't feel like I should. I think that I responded to people for most part evenly. And then Deanna Aldridge, you're a nurse, and that reminded me of my wife. So the way that she talks about her viewpoints are very similar to yours. So it, in my mind, it said, well, I wonder if other nurses think that way. And I would go and petition her coworkers about stuff when we were around. We had this discussion in class, and I'd like to get your idea on it. And that's the type of person I am. If I want to know an answer, I'll ask a person. I mean, I'm not rude about it, but I enjoy the diversity of other people, and getting the chance to share that with everyone in the class has been it's been really great. Uh, I don't think that this class has changed me, and I don't think the purpose of the class is to change anyone. No, not necessarily, but is actually to make you more aware of the decisions you make and how they affect other people. Now, if that changes you, then that's fine. But the class itself isn't making that change. You're making that change. You're understanding that there are ethics and morals in this world, whether they apply to business or not. Now, we get a view at a business angle from here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't apply that to your life, as we've seen in some of the studies that we've done. But how this will impact my decisions, I don't feel that it's going to impact them, deeply. I'm already in a position where I test cell phones every day. I'm the only person that does it. I have, 15, 20 projects at one time because every device is considered a project. So if something's not working and I choose to ignore that, that falls completely on me. And if that gets out to customers, that comes back to me as well. And I like putting out a quality product. I don't want users to have any issues. So I don't feel that in my current job it'll affect those changes. Now, if in the future I move to something different or I start my own business, which is something I would love to do, yeah, absolutely. I'll look back and say, I was talking about this, that, or the other. Am I just giving lip service, or is that really how I'm going to live? So that's what I think that this course is about. It's about making us aware of the decisions and not necessarily changing how we make those decisions. Things that I would say would be improvements upon the course. more video posts. I think Darlisa had mentioned that. I looked at her video earlier. And maybe, like Patrick suggested, a gap in the questions. So make the question due on one day, give 2 days for people to read them and respond. Because what I noticed, and even in myself, we're really busy. So I do post them like the night before or that day, and then I'd wait until that evening and see how many posts were there, and I would look and see who had the least amount of posts, and those would be the people that I would reply to because I didn't want them to feel ignored and stuff like that. So I think that a healthy gap of like 24 to 48 hours between the response to the question and the 2 replies would make it a little bit more balanced. But other than that, I think it's been a great course. I've enjoyed talking to every one of you. I wish you the very best, and you have a great evening, a great summer, and just keep going. You know, when you hit a goal, set another goal. Don't stop, because when you do stop, you stop growing. And that is what we should be doing. We should be constantly growing. So, later.